Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Seb Talks Sports, sponsored by Hoopin and Lutin, the place to go to for your favourite new and vintage jerseys and apparel from all things basketball. My guest today is a very special one indeed, one of the highest scoring international rugby players of all time and one of just 7 men to record over 1,000 career test points for his country, after notching up no fewer than 128 appearances for Romania as one of the Oaks all-time great players, and currently vying for Rugby World Cup qualification in 2023, a tournament in which he's played on 3 separate occasions in 2007, 2011 and 2015. He's joining me today. It's the brilliant Florin Vlaicu. Enjoy. My guest today is one of the highest scoring international rugby players of all time, one of just 7 men to top 1,000 career international test points, and Romania's all-time most capped player with 128 appearances, featuring at 3 consecutive World Cups. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome Florin Vlaicu to Seb Talks Sports. Florin, how are you?
Thank you for your invitation. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling back home. Everything is okay. I changed the club now, and everything is okay here. It's a fresh start for me, and I'm looking forward to play some rugby.
Wonderful. That's what we like to hear. Good stuff. I'm looking forward to getting into it. So let's go right back to the beginning to start with. What are your earliest memories of rugby, and who was your sporting inspiration?
Yeah, I play soccer when I was 6. I didn't like it so much, and a friend from where I staying when I was a child, he played rugby, and I say I had to try this. And I was at the age of 7 years old. And I quite enjoyed it. My first coach, is my sporting inspiration because him believing in me and make for me most part of what I know now from rugby. And I thank him for my achievement for the last 15 years. And since there, here I am.
That's it. Here you are, indeed. Let's fast forward a little bit to the 3rd of June 2006. Of course, it's the European Nations Cup First Division. Romania travelled to Kiev to face Ukraine, a game in which a 19-year-old Florin Vlaicu comes off the bench to make his international debut for the Oaks, helping them to a 58-0 win away from home, which all but secures their spot in the 2007 Rugby World Cup. So how excited were you to make that debut appearance and represent your country, and what did it mean to you?
Yeah, it was a special day for me because come from under 20 European Championship, we won that championship, and I didn't expect to be calling for the national team. It was an honor for me and a special moment. I remember. I think I scored 4 or 6 points, 2 or 3 conversion. Was quite good because after that, 2 weeks later, I play against France in Romania. It was a very special moment, and I remember that very good.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Okay, so that debut we just talked about there was key to Romania's qualification for the 2007 Rugby World Cup, a tournament in which you, of course, played a key role for your country on the field and matched up against the likes of Scotland, Portugal, and, of course, the All Blacks, where you slotted home a 72nd minute penalty in Romania's final pool stage game at the age of just 21, which is pretty impressive, to say the least. So just how exciting was it to face off against the greatest team in the world at the time, and how valuable was that experience for yourself as a player going forward?
To play against the All Blacks, it never happened every day, and was very nice to play it. I was 21 years old to play such a great players like Richie McCaw, Luke McAllister, Miss Muriaina was a special moment. And like a rugby player, games like this, do you want to play to learn about that, about rugby, how rugby is in New Zealand, and was very nice. And yeah, I scored a penalty, but the score was high, but was nice. And after that, the players from New Zealand told me, hey, great strike, and was very nice. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Okay, I want to go forward to that game, and I think you know the one I'm about to talk about, of course. The 6th of October 2015, Canada versus Romania at Leicester City Stadium in the Oaks penultimate pool stage game. With Canada 15-0 up at 52 minutes in, Romania then proceeded to overturn that entire deficit in the final 30 minutes, with the final points coming from your right boot. In the 78th minute, you were handed the opportunity to kick the winning penalty, which you duly slotted home to hand your country just their 6th win in the history of the tournament. So I'd love to know, how special was that historic night for you personally and the team as a whole? What was the dressing room like after that match?
Yeah, it was again a special moment. Even now, I watch at this game. It's very special for me and for the country, because we come from 15-0 to win the game. It was a good atmosphere, and in that game I missed a couple of penalties, but I kicked the right one, the one who matters, and was very good for us, because in the other World Cup in 2011 we didn't won any game, and we wanted this game to win, because Romania at the last World Cup 2007 we won at least one game, and in 2015 we wanted to win 2 games, but was only with Canada, and I remember that very, very good. And even now I go on YouTube and I watch that moment, because it's very special for me and for the country.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you deal with the nerves of that kind of moment? How do you prepare for a moment like that with so much pressure?
Yeah. I when I watch, I saw Jamie Cudmore. He just point where he wants me to kick.
Mm-hmm.
But in the game I didn't. So that was the crowd whistling, and because there are a lot of Canadians in the stands, and I just try to focus and to say this is my moment, and I have to make my country proud. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Love to see it. Okay, so the 2019 Rugby World Cup was set to be your 4th consecutive and the country's 9th consecutive appearance at the tournament, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. After fielding an ineligible player at the 2018 Rugby Europe Championship, Romania was subsequently stripped of 30 points and disqualified from the 2019 tournament. So how tough was it to deal with the missed opportunity, and what kind of impact do you feel this had towards player development in the squad?
Yeah, it was a disappointment moment for us, for Romania, because it was the first World Cup we missed it, and was just a managerial thing that didn't depend on us, and we just won our World Cup qualification on the field. But yeah, was frustrating. Everyone was disappointing. For most of the player was the last World Cup, and very bad atmosphere in the changing room, in the Romania rugby, because we depend about that qualification, and our dreams were bad dreams. Was like a nightmare. And yeah, even now, me and some of the guys who of the end of career in the rugby, we just talk about that moment, and we said was a managerial thing, and that's it. And experienced players, we want like Romania to go to next World Cup, and we try to help the young players to achieve that, because at the World Cup it's very nice to play, and to play against big teams.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well, fingers crossed going forward, of course. Okay, so Dan Carter, Jonny Wilkinson, Neil Jenkins, Ronan O'Gara, Owen Farrell, and Diego Dominguez. Those were the 6 men that had topped 1,000 career international test points until the 13th of March 2021, just 36 days ago at the time of recording, when you joined them. After slotting home your first kick at goal in the Oaks 28-27 win over Portugal, you took your total international points tally to 4 figures and made rugby history. So what does that achievement mean to you, and how special was it to record that 1,000th point, especially as a self-taught kicker?
When I first played for the national team, I didn't think I will achieve something like that. But when years go and I see my potential, and in 2010, 2020, Romania has a good scrum, and we just play for penalties, and I did my job. Was Yeah, I didn't chase that to go to 1,000 points, but when I saw I'm closer to 1,000 points, I say why not? I just want to enjoy my rugby and to be able to be selected for the national team and to do that. It's an honor to be there with that great players, and if I play this year, maybe I go one step closer for the sixth man who is in front of me. It's a very nice to be top point scorer for Romania and most selected players. And what Romania give to me, I just want to give them back.
Nice. Okay, so you're currently 34 years of age. You've achieved over 10 international trophies, over 100 caps, and over 1,000 points for Romania, as well as a lot more at club level. And that shirt you were wearing recently that said all of those things on, I thought was pretty cool to see. So I'd love to know, what does the future hold for Florin Vlaicu? How long do you want to remain playing at both international and club level? And what plans do you have after your retirement?
Yeah, I just want to, for now, just to enjoy my rugby. I have a contract until the end of the season here in Romania, and if I play good and I be able to be selected for the summer games, I don't know that for the moment, because the coach to ask me, hey, you achieve 1,000 points, what do you want to do for the future? And I say I just want to play, because when I start the year, that wasn't my main goal to 1,000 points. I just want to enjoy rugby and play for Romania. And I think club rugby I can play another 1 or 2 years, but I don't know, international rugby now it's too fast. Young players come from behind, and it's hard to keep pace with them. And I don't know. I just want to be like a skill coach to teach the young players basic for kicking, passing skills, and I will start to learn about that to be a skill coach, because I don't see me like a head coach or maybe backs coach, but main thing I want just to be a skill coach, because in Romania we don't have that, and we need that for the future.
Great stuff. Florin, I'd like to end with some quick fire questions. Are you ready?
That
Okay, favorite food?
fries and burger.
Okay.
Fries and burger.
Fries and burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Junk food.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Nice. Okay, favorite music artist?
Farrell Williams.
Nice choice. Favorite sports movie?
Michael Jordan. Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Okay, so as your national team's head coach, what's Andy Robertson like, and how has he impacted your game since joining the team in 2019?
Yeah, Andy, it's he like English. He just wants to make you to perform all the time. His training are hard trainings, because here in Romania we didn't have such type of trainings. When we start the year, we have many camps, and he is drastic with us. He wants us to be physical, to have conditioning very good, and it's a good coach, and we learn something from him, because he's more experienced, and even us, the older players, every time we learn something from him, and he's quite good. He tried to do good things in Romania. In Romania is not the main sport rugby, and it's hard for young players when they come for national team to perform straight away. He needs time, because it's changed the generation here in Romania, and we are 5 or 6 older players, and the other guys, they are under 23, 24 years, and they don't have experience, and it's hard for him, because now it's qualification for the World Cup, and I hope the young players want to perform to help him to go to the World Cup, because it's a quite nice guy, and everyone want to be with him and to go to the World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, your funniest teammate?
Tudor Bowler.
Yes. Nice stuff. Okay, max bench press?
130.
130, nice.
It's my max, just 130. Yeah.
That's all right. It's not too bad.
Jim was not my friend over the years. Jim was not my friend over the years.
Okay, furthest ever successful kick?
55.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. When I was younger and I have a good ball, I can strike very good.
Okay, who is the best kicker in the history of rugby union?
Tough question. For me, is Jonny Wilkinson.
Yes. Nice choice.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Jonny.
Yeah, me too. Was my inspiration. I
Mm.
played against him in 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, who is currently the best rugby player in the world right now?
I think probably Richie Monga.
Mm.
I like him very good.
Nice. Okay, dream holiday destination.
Australia.
Mm.
I talk with players. They say it's a nice country. I would like to visit someday.
Cool. And finally, obviously, there's a lot still to be decided with qualification, but who will win the 2023 Rugby World Cup?
I'll go for New Zealand because I'm a big fan, but I think there are a lot of teams who can win the World Cup. Because France now play well. South Africa are the world champions. All the tier 1 teams can win the World Cup for the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. We're all looking forward to it. Hopefully with Romania there too. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I think I'll be in the staff there for the free skill coach. Learn players to kick and to win games.
Awesome stuff. Florin, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on my show. I know yourself and Romania are currently battling to qualify for that Rugby World Cup, so best of luck. Where can people find you on social media and keep up to date with you?
On Instagram. I have only Instagram.
Wonderful stuff. I'll put the link down to that down below. Florin, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much
for the interview in English as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was my interview with the brilliant Florin Vlaicu, an absolutely cracking guy and one hell of a player as well. To record 1,000 career international test points as a self-taught kicker is an incredible achievement, and it'll be interesting to see how many more he can rack up over the coming years. Best of luck to Florin and the rest of the Romanian team with their 2023 Rugby World Cup qualification hopes. We are all rooting for you. Go and drop Florin a follow on Instagram to keep up to date with both his ongoing club level and international career. The link is in the description of this episode. I've got many more great guests coming very soon, so stay tuned right here on Seb Talks Sports. Catch you soon, guys.